Barbecue road trip, discovering the best grilling techniques across America. Hello and welcome to Crazy Food History, where we explore the world of food and drink. Summer is here and that means it's time to fire up the grill. But why limit ourselves to our own backyard barbecues when there are so many delicious grilling techniques and flavors waiting for us across the country? In this video, we'll be exploring America's most mouth-watering grilling techniques, indulging in juicy burgers, succulent ribs, and more. So get your aprons and tongs ready, because this is going to be one smoking hot journey. The United States of America is a large country with many different regions, each with their own unique cultures and traditions. One thing that unites all Americans is a love for barbecue. Whether you're grilling up burgers and hot dogs at a summer cookout or slow smoking ribs at a family reunion, there's nothing quite like gathering around the grill with friends and family. When it comes to barbecue, each region of the country has its own signature techniques and flavors. In the South, they often cook with pork and use a vinegar-based sauce. In the Midwest, beef is king, and they tend to go heavy on the spices. Out west, they often use chicken or lamb and favor a sweeter sauce. And in New England, they focus on seafood, grilled to perfection. No matter what part of the country you're in, there's bound to be a regional style of barbecue that you can enjoy. When it comes to grilling, there's no denying that Texas knows how to do it best. The Lone Star State is home to some of the most delicious barbecue in the country, and the Tex-Mex style of grilling is no exception. If you're looking for a flavorful and unique twist on your grilled dishes, then look no further than Tex-Mex grilling. Tex-Mex grilling combines the best of both worlds, the bold flavors of Mexican cuisine with the smoky goodness of Texas barbecue. This style of grilling is perfect for those who want to add a little spice to their life. From cumin and chili powder rub steak to smoked brisket tacos, there are endless possibilities when it comes to Tex-Mex grilling. In Texas, the barbecue is all about the beef, specifically brisket. This cut of meat is rubbed with a spice blend and smoked low and slow over mesquite wood until it's incredibly tender. The brisket is then served with sides like coleslaw, potato salad, beans, and pickles. The sauce in Texas tends to be on the sweeter side, usually a mix of tomato-based ketchup and molasses. This style of barbecue has been perfected over generations, and many Texans take pride in their barbecue. When it comes to eating barbecue in Texas, don't even think about using utensils. Just grab a piece of white bread or some saltine crackers to use as vessels for your delicious smoked beef goodness. Add some sauce, and you have yourself a true Texan meal. In the Carolinas, barbecue is all about pork, typically pulled and served with a vinegar-based sauce. The meat is rubbed with spices and smoked over hickory wood, giving it a unique flavor that's sure to make your mouth water. Further up north in Kansas City, they mix things up by using both beef and pork for their barbecue. They usually serve it with a tomato-based sauce on top of the meats and sides such as beans, slaw, or potatoes. No matter where you go for some delicious barbecue, you can enjoy different flavors from coast to coast. Kansas City sauce is also an important part of KC-style barbecue, and it's often tomato-based with a sweet and tangy flavor. Kansas City is also known for its burnt ends, which are pieces of brisket that have been cooked until they are charred and slightly crispy. They are usually served with a side of barbecue sauce or simply eaten as is. Burnt ends often come from the fatty point section of the brisket and can be incredibly flavorful when cooked correctly. KC-style barbecue also features sides such as baked beans, coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni and cheese, cornbread muffins, or hush puppies. These accompaniments help to round out the meal and provide a delicious balance to whatever meat you choose to enjoy. Memphis-style barbecue is all about the pork, specifically pulled pork sandwiches smothered in a vinegar-based sauce. The city style of barbecue differs from other regional styles in that it focuses on the pork, with Memphis-style ribs as a close second. It's also known for its dry rub seasonings that are made up of various spices and herbs. The pulled pork sandwiches are topped with coleslaw, pickles, or onions, depending on personal preference. Memphis-style barbecue has become so popular in recent years that there have been several restaurant chains dedicated to this type of barbecue that have popped up around the country, including Corky's Ribs and Barbecue and Central Barbecue, both located right out of Memphis. Other places serve variations on the classic sandwich, such as adding different sauces or using smoked turkey instead of pork. Whether you go all traditional or mix things up a bit, one thing remains true: nothing beats authentic Memphis-style barbecue. So no matter where you are in the country, there's sure to be a delicious regional style of barbecue for you to enjoy. When most people think of grilling, they think of cooking food over an open flame, but there are actually many different grilling techniques that can be used to cook food, including smoking, charcoal grilling, and searing. Smoking is a slow cooking method that uses indirect heat to cook food. This method is often used for tougher cuts of meat, as the low and slow cooking process breaks down the tough fibers and makes the meat more tender. Smoked meats also have a unique flavor that is created by the wood smoke that surrounds the food while it cooks. Charcoal grilling is another popular grilling technique. This method uses charcoal as the fuel source, which gives food a smoky flavor. Charcoal grilling can be done with or without a grill grate. If you're using a grill grate, you'll need to preheat the grill before adding your food. For best results, use lump charcoal instead of briquettes. Searing is a quick cooking method that uses direct heat to cook food. This technique is often used for thinner cuts of meat as it helps to lock in the juices and flavors of the meat. Searing also creates a nice crust on the outside of the meat. To sear meat properly, you will need to use high heat and only cook the meat for a few minutes per side. Whether you're grilling in the South, Midwest, or Northeast, there are regional techniques that will help you make the best of your backyard barbecue. In the South, one of the most popular methods for grilling is called low and slow. This technique involves cooking food at a low temperature over indirect heat for a long period of time. This allows the fat in the meat to render slowly, making it tender and juicy. A common mistake when grilling in the South is to cook food over direct heat, which can cause it to dry out or even burn. If you're grilling in the Midwest, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, because weather conditions can vary widely in this region, it's important to have a good thermometer to monitor grill temperature. Second, many Midwesterners prefer their steak medium rare, so keep that in mind when cooking. Finally, when it comes to side dishes, Midwesterners love their corn on the cob and baked beans, both of which are great choices for a summer barbecue. In the Northeast, grilled seafood is extremely popular. If you're grilling fish or shellfish, be sure to oil both your grill and your seafood before cooking to prevent sticking. Another tip for grilled seafood is to use a marinade prior to cooking to infuse flavor. When it comes to seafood, many Northeast grilling techniques recommend maintaining a higher temperature than you would for meat, usually around 375 degrees Fahrenheit. No matter which region of the United States you're in, there are plenty of regional grilling tips and techniques that can help you make the most out of your backyard barbecue. With these tips in mind, your next cookout is sure to be a success. We hope this video has given you the insight and inspiration to explore different grilling techniques across America. Regardless of what region of the country you live in, there are multiple methods for cooking up delicious dishes on your grill. From open fire grilling to slow-cooked barbecues, each technique adds its own unique flavor to whatever food it is used on. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know what other food-related topics you would like us to cover.